Bangkok is home to dozens of incredibly beautiful temples, all of which are worth your time. But which temples should you visit, and in what order? How do you avoid the crowds and the heat? This will have loads of tips, loads of advice for your perfect temple day itinerary in Bangkok. Share this with your travel buddies, and let's begin because we're starting early. So this is Wat Saket, or the Golden Mount, one of the most underrated temples in Bangkok. And if you time it right and come at 7 o'clock, you'll experience it almost completely alone. Now the temple opens at 7, but the ticket booth doesn't open till 7:30. So if you come after, you'll have to pay 100 baht. Before you make your way up, at the base of the mount, tucked inside this beautiful cave, is a large statue of the Buddha. It's a calm, almost hidden space, and it sets the tone before your climb. And from here, you'll begin your climb to the top. There are 344 steps in total, winding their way around the hill in a gentle spiral. Now it's not just a staircase, it's designed to be a journey. You'll pass bells that you can ring for good luck. There are gongs that you can quietly ring. Just make sure you don't slam it and make a racket. There are statues representing different aspects of the Buddhist beliefs, and there are small shrines where the locals will stop to pray. And at this time in the morning, a few locals will actually come up here for exercise. They'll walk up and down as part of their daily routine. And as you climb higher, the views start to open up. And what makes the Golden Mount so unique, unlike most temples in Bangkok, which are built at ground level, this one sits on an artificial hill rising above the old city. So as you make your way up, you'll slowly reveal a 360-degree view of the incredible skyline of Bangkok. But make sure you make your way up to the very top because you'll reach the Golden Chedi. Wow, this is why you need to come at 7 o'clock, okay? Look, nobody's here. This huge stupa is said to contain sacred relics of the Buddha, making it one of the most important religious sites in the city. Up here, everything feels different. The sound of the city fades out and it's reduced by the bells, quiet chanting, and the wind moving through the flags. And as you've seen in my itinerary, if you come early enough, this entire place will feel like yours. So, I think you can see now why you need to start your temple day nice and early. Don't worry, you'll still have time for your breakfast buffet at your fancy hotel. That's all coming later, part of the itinerary. Don't worry, you need to get up early so you can enjoy these views. You can enjoy the Golden Mount in all of its splendor, completely on your own. And we're not done yet because there's a very special temple that we're going to tick off again nice and early, even before breakfast. Apart from recommending which temples to visit and in which order, here's a little bit of practical information on what you should bring with you so that this day runs as smooth as possible. Okay, I think it's worth mentioning there is a few things you need to pack for this morning's session. So make sure you bring this from your hotel. Plenty of water, because it's just gone 7:45 and I'm sweating buckets already. Remember guys, when you're doing a temple day, is you have to wear trousers, okay? So you need to cover your legs, cover your shoulders, men and women, okay? I know it's a hot one, but wear trousers. I've also brought a little protein milk to sort of tide me over till breakfast, and a 7-Eleven coffee. Oh, I've also got some sun cream for later because it's gonna be a hot one. And yes, some antiperspirant as well, because I'm gonna have to keep on applying this during the day to cool myself down. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, there are dozens and dozens of beautiful temples, all worth your time visiting. But let's face it, if you're in Bangkok for a couple of days, maybe 3 max, you really want to just focus on the best temples, and that's what we're going to do today, in the correct order, at the correct time, and I'll give you space and time to breathe, have breakfast, have lunch, have a massage, go to the movies, go to the mall, go in the aircon, escape the heat. It's not a day of just going to temple after temple after temple. This is a planned itinerary. Guys, I've lived in Thailand for 12 years, okay? I promise you, if you follow this itinerary, you'll have a fantastic day, take loads of pictures, see the best temples, you won't get worn out, and you'll be able to enjoy a nice cold ice Americano in the quiet shade of the beautiful Golden Mount. Oh, and one more thing. This will save you a lot of time. Wear sandals or shoes that you can take off nice and easy, like these, to slip on, slip off. You will have to take your shoes off 6 or 7 times during the day. And if you've got laces, hiking boots on, it's annoying, it's a faff. So wear easy to take on and take off shoes. You'll thank me later. Okay, it's time for the second temple, a bonus temple that you don't necessarily have to visit if you don't want to, but since it's just a 3-minute walk, why not? This is the name of the temple. Please don't ask me to pronounce it, but it's also known as the Metal Castle, as I'll explain in a minute. I also forgot to mention, don't forget to pack your sunglasses and a hat to stay out of the sun, especially in the summer. Whew. Now it is beautiful, but it's not old. It doesn't have a lot of history. In fact, well, let me tell you a little bit about this place. It is worth coming because it's beautiful and it's a fantastic place to take a picture. And as you can see, once again, nobody here. So you could come here to take some lovely photographs and pay your respects, of course. Now outside is very gold and bling, but inside is something very different and very special. There's one large open hall made up of multiple levels, multiple corridors and meditation spaces, and it feels like a maze. Outside, the structure has 37 metal spires glistening in the sun, each one representing the 37 virtues required to reach enlightenment according to Buddhism. Wow. So as you climb up and around, you're not just climbing into a temple, but you're following a spiritual path. Wow. The highlight of which is at the very top is this beautiful golden ornament where inside lays a few relics of the body of Buddha. Wow, this is very cool. Right, it's coming up to 8:30. It's time to travel to the next temple and one of the most important on this itinerary. Make sure you reach here before 8:30. Some of you might have organised a minivan, a private driver or a tuk-tuk, but for me, I'm going to be taking motorbike taxis to every single temple because I'm on my own. This is the easiest option. Okay, it's just gone past 8:30 and the doors to the Grand Palace are open and I've got my ticket. 500 baht, which is the most expensive temple in the entire country, but it's also a palace. Anyway, it's worth it. I'll show you why. So, welcome to the Grand Palace, the most important royal and cultural landmark in the Kingdom of Thailand. It was built in 1782 by King Rama I, and it was the first official residence of the Thai royal family. This place is beautiful. Inside, you'll see elaborate architecture and beautiful paintings on many of the walls. Make sure to take your time and go slow and take in all of the detail in the murals, the mosaic-covered buildings. This is honestly one of the best reflections of Thai craftsmanship in the entire country. Now inside this beautiful temple is the most important sight. That small Buddha statue you see at the top is the Emerald Buddha. Now you can't film inside the temple, so I just got this shot with my long lens on my phone outside. And the little statue is actually carved from jade, but it is considered to be the most sacred Buddha image in the country. Only the King of Thailand is actually allowed to touch this statue, and so it's the King's job to change the robes of this statue 3 times a year during one of the royal ceremonies. Now today, the king doesn't live here, it's not his residence anymore, but it's still used for very important royal events, and for visitors, it's one of the most iconic and culturally significant places that you can experience in Bangkok. And by coming here at 8:30 when it opens, you avoid most of the crowds that will come in about an hour's time. It's so beautiful, such a better experience when it's not surrounded with tourists like it will be in about an hour when everyone else has had their breakfast. It really is like a walkable museum. The artifacts and the statues, the buildings itself is beautiful. So much intricate work, tiling, it's unbelievable really. The more you look around, the more detail you can see. And you can see all of this detail when you're not rushing around and melting, although I am still melting. It is now 9 o'clock on the dot and it's 38 Celsius. Whew, it's a hot one today. So epic. Okay, we are on a roll, but there's still one more temple left on the morning section of this itinerary. When you leave the Grand Palace, turn left and walk for about 10 minutes down the road, and eventually you'll find your way to Wat Pho. Now it is 300 baht entrance, which is quite steep for a temple, but it is worth it. So let me tell you why. Now this is one of the oldest temples in Thailand, but it is known for one thing in particular. This is the beautiful Reclining Buddha. It's 46 meters long and it's covered in gold leaf, and it represents the Buddha entering nirvana, the final stage of enlightenment. What I love about this statue, if you look closely at the feet, you'll actually see intricate mother of pearl inlays, illustrating sacred symbols of Buddhism. Now, as you walk around the temple grounds, you'll also notice dozens of beautiful chedis and statues and detailed murals. Now, each one represents a different aspect of Thai history or medicine and Buddhist teachings. The atmosphere of Wat Pho is very different. You'll understand when you get there. It's not just a temple, it's a place of education, of healing, and one of the most culturally significant and important places in the city. Now this temple is beautiful, and there's more to it than just the main reclining statue. Wat Pho is also considered the birthplace of traditional Thai massage. Now in this small air-conditioned room, you'll actually find one of the country's most respected massage schools, where techniques have been passed down for generations. I've never had a massage in there myself, but today that is going to change. Okay, that was exactly what the doctor ordered. Inside of the massage school, they have aircon, it's very quiet, there's no filming allowed, and I just had a very relaxing foot massage. 340 Thai baht for a 30-minute foot massage. It was bliss. It was one of the best foot massages I've ever had. And not only did we get a break of walking around in the heat and, you know, a nice escape into the aircon, but it was just very relaxing, and I kind of feel like I'm reset myself a little bit. We've already hit 4 temples. It's just after 10 o'clock in the morning, and this is why this itinerary is perfect, according to me, obviously, because now we have a 6 or a 5 hour break. There's no more walking around in this itinerary. You're done for most of the day now. So you can go back to your hotel, you can go use the pool, have a shower, relax in your room, go to the buffet breakfast, or you could go to the nearest mall and go shopping, or you could go watch a movie, go to the pictures. Whatever you want to do for the next 5 hours is up to you. Of course, you could push on and go to the final 2 temples on my itinerary right now, but it is boiling hot. It will be miserable. You'll be sweating even more than we already have been. So my advice, go back to your hotel, get that breakfast, relax by the pool, do other things, go shopping, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and relax at my hotel, enjoy the pool, and I'm going to work a little bit on my website. Yes, if you're in the marketplace for a website, then Squarespace is the perfect place to go. It's where I build and host my website, paddydoyle.info. I just chose one of their award-winning templates. It was really easy to make. However, they've now got design intelligence, which uses AI. You just answer a few simple questions about what you want your website to look like and feel like, and the AI will build it for you. There's also the Squarespace app, which is fantastic, so you can amend and post things to your website on the go as you travel or while you're at your hotel relaxing during your temple day. Yes, thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring our temple day. Make sure to click the link in the description or go to squarespace.com/Paddy Doyle to unlock that special discount. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring our adventure. And I'm going to head back and relax, and I'll meet you in the afternoon when it's time to tick off the last 2 of the incredible temples on this itinerary. Okie dokie, welcome to Wat Paknam, home to the giant big Buddha, which I'll show you in a minute. But there's actually a really cool hidden gem in this temple that most people don't know about. Let me show you. Now don't worry, we'll take a look at the beautiful golden Buddha in a minute, but just behind it is something a lot of people don't expect and completely miss. Head into this white building you can see here and take your shoes off and head inside. There are 3 or 4 levels that you'll need to negotiate. Each one actually is really interesting. On one floor is a museum of relics and Buddhist statues and images taken from all over the world. Honestly, you could spend ages just in this floor admiring this museum. And at the top, you'll find this incredible emerald green glass stupa. The ceiling lights up in this geometric pattern. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and it's designed to represent the universe in Buddhist cosmology. It's almost futuristic, but everything is deeply symbolic. The central stupa represents the path up to enlightenment, and the surrounding space around it, well, it's designed for meditation and reflection. Don't be one of those tourists that accidentally finds this place, takes a quick picture and leave. Stay up here for 15 or 20 minutes, sit down, soak up the atmosphere and soak up this beautiful work of art. It is incredible. Very few people come here, and I don't know why. It's my favourite part of any temple in Thailand. Just look at it, it's amazing. Okay, now back over to the main event. The giant golden Buddha statue that stands at 69 meters tall. Now, I've traveled all over Thailand. I've never seen such a beautiful, symmetrical, elegant image of the Buddha. Obviously, it's a symbol of peace and meditation and spiritual protection. And for about 6 months, it was hidden behind scaffolding, but thankfully they've finished the renovations and it's back to its former glory, and it is just absolutely out of this world. I've been to this temple a dozen times and it always blows my mind. How this is not a wonder of the world, I don't know. This is up there with the Taj Mahal, the Colosseum, you name it. This temple, this statue of the Buddha is by far one of the most beautiful monuments, one of the most beautiful man-made things I've ever seen. Across the canal from the big Buddha used to be the big Buddha, that little one over there, until this was constructed. That was known as the big Buddha of Bangkok, but it's about 10 times smaller. So the thunder got stolen quite considerably. Now the canal next to the statue is busy with boats and people taking pictures. My friend Om has just recently built a cafe across the road. You can see it here. There's lots of people having drinks and coffees and taking photos. I'll go over there in a minute. But you can walk along the canal and just soak up some more of the atmosphere. There's another temple actually across the canal, which is also really beautiful. So yeah, this is the Hidden Bangkok Bistro. It's my friend Om's new cafe. I'll leave the Google Map link in the description because it's a good place to come and get a different perspective of the Buddha statue. Now I bumped into my friend Om, this is him here. He owns Bangkok Bistro Cafe and he also does the Hidden Bangkok boat tours as well. And because of that, when he found out about my final destination, the last temple on my itinerary, he even suggested I could just take a lift on one of his boats because, well, the final temple is also on the Chao Phraya River. So I joined one of his Hidden Bangkok boat tours and I got a free lift down the canal and out to the main river Chao Phraya to see the city skyline, and on the left hand side the final destination and the final temple on my itinerary. This is Wat Arun. It's also known the Temple of the Dawn and it's best seen at sunset. Now yes, you can pay a few hundred baht to go in to the temple, but around 5 or 6 o'clock it's already closed. So my advice is go to the other side of the river and observe and look at the temple from the other side of the river. It's free to do so, but there will be lots of crowds. But don't worry, I've got a good idea for you. You see all of these rooftop bars here are very busy. You need to reserve tables and at sunset it's packed and they're 300 to 400 baht for a small beer. But they do have this incredible view, so I understand why they charge so much. But there's this broken jetty that sticks out here and you can climb over a fence easily and just hang out with the locals fishing and enjoy the view for free. And if you bring yourself a cold beer or a drink from 7-Eleven, you can have a sunset drink with the same view for a fraction of the price. Obviously be careful, okay? This jetty is not safe, okay? I only wanted to highlight this because it is quite an interesting place to sit and enjoy the view away from the loud, obnoxious music from the rooftop bars and the overpriced drinks. Once the sun is set, your temple day is over. We had a busy morning session, we had a big break in the middle of the day, and then we hit the last 2 temples in the golden hour. But now that it's nighttime, you can go back to your hotel and rest or go out for dinner at your chosen restaurant. I think if you follow this itinerary, you'll see 5 or 6 of the best temples in the city all in one day without wearing yourself out, and you'll have time to breathe, rest, eat, relax. It's not a manic itinerary. The description below will have more information and the itinerary broken down in a little bit more detail. If you think this video was useful, please like it and share it with your travel buddies. Maybe someone you know is heading to Bangkok and they might find this useful as well. Thanks for watching. I've got so many more videos on Thailand, on Bangkok. Check out the channel, get lost in the content, have fun, and most importantly, have a safe trip to Bangkok whenever you do come here. All the best. I'll see you again soon.